Hey, what's going on, guys? Going to continue the shelf by shelf collection overview. In the last update, we finished up the first complete DVD rack. I'm going to move on to the next one now. Also, just want to say I'm kind of in a tight area right here down one of the aisles. So if I film this at strange angles, I apologize. I'll try to film it the best way possible. So moving on, first one on this shelf is Body Parts. This is the out-of-print Paramount release. I know a lot of people are interested in this film. I can't say too much about it though because I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't really remember too much about it. I just remember enjoying it. It was definitely an interesting film, and I definitely have to check it out again sometime soon. Next one, haven't seen this one in a long time either, and it's The Boneyard. Interesting take on the zombie genre, and also stars Phyllis Diller, which is pretty funny. Next, an Anchor Bay double feature, and it's The Boogeyman and the Devonsville Terror. I know a lot of people have seen The Boogeyman, but not too many people mention the Devonsville Terror. It stars Donald Pleasence, which is pretty cool. This DVD is out of print as well. Then we have the sequel to Boogeyman, and it's Boogeyman 2, the director's cut. Next, a completely different Boogeyman. This one stars Barry Watson from Seventh Heaven, What About Brian, and Teaching Mrs. Tingle. So yeah, it's a pretty cool one. I enjoy this one. Next, Boogeyman, the Killer compilation. It's basically a compilation of different clips from, some of the more famous horror films. Of course, there's Michael Myers in here, Pinhead, Freddy, Jason, Chucky, horror icons like that. But also thought it was pretty interesting that they thought to include Camilla from The Guardian and also Simon from The Ugly. I don't know, just pretty strange choices to me. They're not two movies that are talked about a lot, and not two horror villains that are really that well known, other than pretty much die-hard horror fans. So I thought that was pretty interesting that they thought to include them. Next up is Boogie Nights. This is the 2-disc deluxe edition. Really good film, starring Mark Wahlberg. Next up, The Boondock Saints. This is the unrated special edition. This is the 2-disc set in the steelbook packaging. And we have Boot Camp unrated, starring Mila Kunis and Gregory Smith. I really enjoyed this one. Again, this is another one a lot of people don't really talk about. I did mention it in a past video, basically saying, it's one of those movies that not a lot of people talk about. But I really did enjoy this. I like both Mila Kunis and Gregory Smith. I love That 70s Show and pretty much anything Mila Kunis is in. She's pretty nice to look at. And then Gregory Smith, I really like him in Rookie Blue and also Everwood, of course. He also starred in Hobo with the Shotgun, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. It really definitely had an intense feel to it, and a really pretty cool ending too. Next up, modern day comedy classic. That's Borat, one of the funniest films I've pretty much ever seen. It was absolutely hilarious, especially the first time I saw it. I was definitely laughing out loud quite a few times. Next, pretty good monster flick, bottom feeder, unrated. Some good gore in here, some good kill scenes. I enjoyed this one. Definitely a fun watch. Next, one of my favorite, if not my favorite, documentary, and it's the special edition of Bowling for Columbine. Of course, about the Columbine shooting. Just really, really good. There's some great interviews on this documentary. Michael Moore, of course, directed this. I believe this won the Oscar for best documentary in 2002, and definitely deserved it. This just has some really great interviews in here, and some really great segments. And I really, really enjoyed this. If you're a fan of documentaries, I highly recommend this one. Next up, one of my favorites, and I've mentioned it plenty of times before, is Boxing Helena. Again, one of those movies that a lot of people seem to hate, but I just absolutely love. I just love the storyline in here. I think it's very different and unique, and I really enjoy the ending. A lot of people don't like the ending in this, but I really do enjoy it. This is the original MGM release, out of print, very hard to find for a good price. And also, another edition, this is the Avant-Garde edition, as you can see up here, slightly different release. This one is also out of print and very hard to find. And then, yet another edition of Boxing Helena. This is the 2-disc special edition. This is the director's cut of the film, and it also contains a second bonus disc. Really love the cover art on this one, and again, another pretty rare edition. Next, the Brady Bunch movie. I really enjoy the Brady Bunch TV series. I do own the complete series with the shag carpet packaging, which is really cool. And I enjoyed the movie as well. It's definitely funny, you know, a funny take on the series, and I think the casting was really great in this movie. Next, my favorite Frank Henenlotter film, that's Brain Damage. This is the special edition, which I believe is out of print. It's the original uncut version of the film. Great movie. And also, the limited availability version of Brain Damage. Interestingly, the limited availability version, I believe, is still in print while the special edition is out of print. So, not too sure why they label it as limited availability. It seems that it was in print for a very long time now. Next up is Brain Dead, part of the Roger Corman collection. Stars Bill Pullman and Bill Paxton. It's a pretty cool one. This one is out of print as well. Next, another one that I love that a lot of people don't talk about, and that's Brain Scan. Stars Edward Furlong and Frank Langella. I really love this, and actually I need to watch this again soon. I haven't seen this in a while, but I used to watch this one a lot. Really enjoy this one. It's such a really fun film. Really cool storyline in this one. Next, classic Brazil. I also own the 3-disc Criterion Collection edition, but box set, you know, is too big to fit on the shelf, so it's actually on another shelf. But this is the Universal release. I like the cover art on this one though. Next, The Breakup. One of my favorite modern day comedy movies. You know, there's so much more to it than just being, you know, your average comedy flick. I mean, there's a lot of funny parts, of course, but it really has a good story behind it. A good love story, anti-love story, whatever you want to call it. And I also really love the ending. I think it's pretty cool too that Peter Billingsley, you know, makes an appearance in this. It's always funny seeing, you know, Ralphie from A Christmas Story all grown up. So really like that. And Jason Bateman stars in this as well. So that's pretty cool. And then of course Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston. You can't go wrong with either of them. Next, one of the greatest horror sequels of all time, The Bride of Frankenstein. Don't think I need to say too much about that one. And then we have Bride of Reanimator. This is the Pioneer Special Edition, which is out of print and very hard to find. I love this edition. Comes in this green case, which is nice. Has a ton of special features, which the other releases of Bride of Reanimator lack. So definitely cool to have this one. Next, say what you will, but I really enjoy this movie, and it's Brokeback Mountain. You know, it definitely deserved all the acclaim that it got when it was first released. It did not win Best Picture, which I was surprised at that year, because I really thought it was just gonna, you know, take out all the wins that year. But did get Best Director, along with 2 other Academy Awards that year. But Crash ended up winning Best Picture, which, you know, I was happy about because I really love Crash. But you know, I'll get to that once we come to that and on another shelf. But really enjoyed this movie. You know, Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal were just absolutely superb in it. And of course, Michelle Williams, I love anything with her in it as well. Next, one of my favorite Cronenberg films, The Brood. I used to watch this so much when I was younger. I love this cover art. It's just so simple, but you know, there's something so creepy about it. Absolutely love this one. Next, this is Brothers. This is the original version, Danish version. And then Brothers, the American remake. Again, stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Tobey Maguire. Natalie Portman as well. Really enjoyed this. I thought Tobey Maguire's performance in this was just absolutely amazing. Next up, Brutal Jesus in the House of Wasted Youth. Dyslexic Nick Box, directed this. I had gotten this from him, you know, a while back when, you know, he had first released this. This was one from the limited run, only 30. This is number 19 out of 30. I really enjoyed this. I did a review of this back when I first watched it, which reminds me, I actually have to watch Wrath of the Violent Vicar still. I still have not watched that. So, you know, Dyslexic Nick, if you happen to see this, I apologize for not doing that review. I will definitely do that one soon. But yeah, I put this in a white case to match my Wrath of the Violent Vicar, if anybody's wondering. But really enjoyed this. I highly recommend it. It is available on Amazon. I just believe it doesn't contain anything special on it. It's just, you know, the regular version. It's not limited like this one is. But highly recommend this one. Very cool. It's just a short film, 45 minutes or so. but I really enjoyed it. Next up, Bubba Hotep, Don Coscarelli, of course. Stars Bruce Campbell and Ozzie Davis. Absolutely love this. I also own the limited edition in the Elvis jacket, but again, that's on another shelf. And we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie version, of course. Really fun movie from the 90s. And we have Bug, starring Ashley Judd, Michael Shannon, Harry Connick Jr. Not a remake of the 80s version of Bug, but still pretty cool. Kind of a strange movie, but I actually enjoyed it. I watched this quite a few times when I had first gotten it. It's just one of those movies that really, it leaves you with something to think about, to kind of figure out what's going on, what's actually happening and what isn't. But I really enjoyed this. Next, Bully. Not to be mistaken with the new movie titled Bully that's coming out. I really enjoyed this one. This stars Brad Renfro, Bijou Phillips, Rachel Miner, Michael Pitt, Nick Stahl. Really great cast. This is just a really raw, gritty type movie. It reminds me of Alpha Dog. Like, not that it's the same storyline, but just the feeling in it, the intensity, that feeling that something's going to happen, and then just that whole that whole uncomfortable feeling of when that big thing happens, everybody's reaction to it and how everybody starts to deal with it. It's almost, paranoia setting in, and I don't know, just really cool movie. Don't want to say too much more because I don't want to give anything away for anybody who might be interested in checking it out. But highly recommend this one. You can get it pretty cheap now. This is the theatrical version, which is actually the uncut version of the film. So next, The Burning. This one's talked about quite often, so don't have to say too much about it. One of the greatest 80s slashers around. And finally, The Burning Moon, which I just showed recently. I had picked this up recently, so. But that's it for this shelf, guys. Again, I hope you are enjoying these videos. I will be back with another one soon, and I will be doing my answers part 2 video for the questions that you guys have asked me. I was planning on doing that today, but I was out for most of the day, so I didn't get a chance to do it. But comment below, let me know what you guys think of this shelf. Let me know if you have any questions about any of these titles. And I'll be back soon with some more videos. Thanks for watching, guys.